right. So I heard the judge, and this is like the second case where someone under the age of 18 received a life sentence. When I was living pretty bad, the first few stages of how I lived a few years back, I remember this boy from Michigan. I think he was 15. Not Ethan Couch. That's the one who, that's the influenza kid. He killed like 4 people, and all he got was probation. It was something Ethan from Michigan. He shot up his high school, and his parents were charged, and he received a life sentence. And then I made a video like 3 years later saying they were going to eventually reduce the life to like maybe 25 years. I don't see him doing a whole life sentence at just 15. Well, he started off at 15. He was 18 when the trial concluded. Because believe it or not, the first juvenile to be sentenced to life in prison was a black man named Lionel Tate. And he was wrestling with his cousin or family friend, and they were doing wrestling moves, and he killed her. His mom was like a cop, and he got life in prison at 14. And they eventually let him go when he was like 17, like 04, 05. But the crazy thing was, he wound up doing something crazy. He robbed the pizza man, like literally a year later. He robbed the pizza man with a gun, and they gave him like 30 years. So he has like 9 more years left. And that's crazy. He got off the first time, and then he wound up right back in jail. But a Georgia teen that shot up his school, and all this happened. A lot of these places I've been to Michigan, I've been to Georgia. This high school wasn't too far from Atlanta, but he was given a life sentence. So he did something at 14. He's 16 now, and he was given a life sentence by the judge. And I'm gonna tell y'all, I don't take sides at all. I feel like when the judge gave Carmelo Anthony 35 years, yeah, he's guilty as OJ. I know that. But the judge gave him 35 years, and I don't think that's just at all. I don't feel like he should do so. 18 now, 19, 29, 39, 49. He's virtually getting out when in his 50s. I don't think that's right. And the same thing goes for, is it Colt Grey? I don't think he should do a life sentence. Okay, yes, he killed people. Yes. But you guys remember, there was a time when people committed murders and they didn't do an entire life sentence. I can name you a list of people, and I understand it's 4 people. And I know states and laws in states vary. But this is crazy. I would understand maybe 30, 40 years, but a whole L. And what people need to understand is your brain does not develop until you're 25 years old. This is why I'm completely against the idea of anyone under 25 working a job with grown adults. If I'm a grown adult, I'm 31. I don't support working a job with adults, because your decision making, your reasoning is not on their level, and you're prone to you're susceptible to being taken advantage of. His reasoning is not a 31-year-old's reasoning. I understand the consequences of taking a life. I understand that at 31. See, when I was 14, I'm gonna be straight up with you. I would jokingly make little jokes about death, and I once sent my brother like a threatening text message, but I didn't understand at 14 the repercussions of taking a life. I didn't understand it the way I do now. Now, it's not that he took the life. The gun, the weapon is what took the life away. Because he's not, let me tell you what a killer is. A killer, if you stab somebody, if you shoot somebody, that doesn't make you a killer. The only kind of killer that exists is someone that takes a life with their bare hands. That's a killer. You know, Ivan Drago, even though it's a fictional movie, Ivan Drago is an unaliver. Charles S. Dutton is an unaliver. The Boondocks, granddad off the Boondocks, that's an unaliver. When you take a life with your bare hands, that right there is murder. You using a gun is not taking a life. The gun took the life away. It's like you just pressed the button, but you didn't really. When you take a life through your hands, that's what a killer is to me. Because you don't fear doing what you got to do to terminate their existence. Guns are just a button you press. You know, you can sort of use the argument with a knife, but not really. With a knife, you still didn't really do it. In a car. Because you weren't the force that behind it to take the life away. The car, the weapon was. But what he did, I still don't support sending a 16-year-old to the slammer for life. We need to worry more about culture. It's not about guns. It's more about culture. And let's stop caring about what people have to say about us. You know? Yeah, it's not really about bullying or accepting everybody, all that other stuff. I mean, that's great and all, but it's more under the lines of being able to control your emotions. Stop, and I don't want to use the word sensitive, but it's really caring about what people think about you. Let's stop caring so much what others think about it so much. Because 9 times out of 10, they probably did things to him, said things to him, and he couldn't control his emotions. And that's what most school shooters are. People that can't control how they feel. I learned a long time ago, it doesn't matter what people think of me. So they can't do anything for me. So why does it matter what they have to say? But yeah, he's doing life.